Hello and welcome to my channel, The Great Jelly Library, where we love to talk about books. My name is Flossie and I am so glad you could join me. Today we are going to talk about a banned book that I recently finished. Books that are banned. What do you think about them? Do you think that books should be banned? Comment below. Let me know what you think. My opinion is that a book should not be banned, nor should any form of art, and that includes music. If you don't like it, don't read it, don't look at it, don't listen to it. And it goes beyond those three forms of, what do I want to say, expression. But, yeah, just don't go there then. Put it down and pick something else up, or listening to something else, or, look at something else. But don't tell other people what they can and cannot do. Let them people decide for themselves. All right, so I'm participating in the Banned Book Challenge, and that's where you read 24 banned books in the year 2024. Okay, so MJ over at Reading This Life has created this challenge, and I thought about it, and I said to myself, I don't think that I pay too much attention to whether a book is banned or not. I have read my fair share of them unknowingly, because I'm not one to put labels on anything. So I just didn't pay too much attention to that. I just read what I wanted to read and did my thing. But it was, brought to my attention, made a little bit clearer of the importance of reading these banned books, because we don't want these books to fall by the wayside. And more importantly, we don't want anybody else telling us what we can and cannot read. So I thought it was important that I participate in this challenge. I'm not quite sure what number I'm, at as far as the challenge goes, but the way that I see it, any book that I have read towards the banned book challenge is, a step in the right direction. I will tally those numbers up sometime soon and let you know where I'm at. But I don't really think that I'm too far into that. But haven't given up on it, and haven't even put it on the back burner. Just, I guess I'm a mood reader, and I guess I'm just reading what's coming naturally. But I've always wanted to read this book. I think it's a beautiful looking book. It's metallic cyan. It's called The Fun Home, and it's by Alison Bechdel, and it was released in 2006, and it is her comic memoir. And I have to say, she did a fabulous job. It took her, I think, 7 years to write this, because of the illustrations and the storyline. So I don't imagine something like this will come easily nor quickly. Very good book. So it tells the story of a young girl, Allison, growing up in her mansion slash funeral parlor home, which they dubbed the Fun Home. Now, she lived there with her siblings and her mother and her father. And, it's pretty soon revealed that it is your typical dysfunctional family. I don't know any family that is perfect. And if you can call a spade and come forth and say, you know what? I live in a dysfunctional family, I say kudos to you for being truthful, for being you, and for not letting anyone try to make you feel less than from where because of where you came from. So Allison puts it all out there in this memoir, and this was kind of fun for me to read. The storyline isn't fun, but in the style of comic strip is what made it fun. Because you don't typically read a memoir in this format. And so this is actually the first time I have ever read a memoir in this format that I can recall. And so it was a quick read. It made me want, because of this style, this format, it made me want to pick up this book frequently and see what Allison was up to. So it tells the story of her upbringing in her Pennsylvania mansion / funeral parlor home. And yes, they did dub it the fun home. The father was meticulous in his decorating style, right down to the Christmas tree and the Christmas decorations. He, he was a man that knew what he liked, and it was going to be that way. There was going to be no excuses. So let's talk about the characters. We don't really explore too much of the sibling aspect of the storyline. It's basically focused on the mom, the dad, Bruce, and Allison herself. So Allison is feeling a little bit different than like the other girls, but she hasn't quite put her finger on it because mainly because she's young. She just her naivety has not allowed her to figure certain things out yet. So as she starts to grow older, she starts to come into herself, and she starts to realize what it is that feels comfortable to her. So she's not comfortable wearing dresses. She doesn't want any kind of barrettes or anything in her hair. She's not really big on makeup, but her father has certain ideals and opinions, and he's kind of adamant about her looking a certain way. So we have that sort of father-daughter dynamic going on within the storyline. I'm not going to tell you, um, I'm not going to tell you why the father might just be a little bit more adamant about his daughter presenting herself in a certain way. If you read the book, it will become clear to you. It will reveal itself in a big way. So, the mother. Let's talk about the mother. She was beautiful at one point, but she is tired. Um, Not in the sense of needing a nap, but just tired of knowing what she knows, dealing with what she has to, going through the motions, the ho hum, doldrum, boredom of her existence within this family unit. There's not a lot of sparks going on there. There's not a lot of ambition. There's not a heck of a lot of life exuberating from her being. Um, so there's that. I feel like even though the father is adamant and opinionated and stubborn and difficult, I feel like he gets his daughter, and I feel like he's understanding of his daughter, whereas the mother is not really accommodating towards her daughter and her daughter's lifestyle and her behaviors. And just her likes and dislikes and that kind of stuff. There's not really a caring, nurturing, loving relationship. But that is not to say that the almighty and powerful word love does not exist in this family. It absolutely does. It just exists on their terms. So Allison lost her father when she was, I'd say, still quite impressionable, quite still young, and it was unsure as to whether her father's death was a suicide or accidental. She has her opinions and beliefs, but she can't be 100% that those opinions and beliefs are accurate. So she's kind of left trying just to figure out this whole mess of her father's passing and her existence, what characteristics the mom possesses or has a lack thereof, as far as holding the family together, just being there for the kids, and what it means, like, to play the role of a mother, and actually believe in that role and give that role 100%, and make that role authentically yours. Sometimes it's just not in an individual, and sometimes it's overly abundance in an individual. So I'm trying not to give too much of this story away, but I'm still trying to give you, a flowing um, a flowing tempo to go with. I don't know if I'm doing any good with that, but um, so I'll just recapitulate for a moment. Allison's siblings, who are kind of muted in this storyline, they make some appearances, but the focus is definitely not on them. The mother, the father, and the secrets that families hide, the secrets that families reveal. Do they reveal them to the right people? And what do these people do with this information once they find these things out? Are they better off not knowing? Do they wish they never knew? Ignorance is bliss, right? So I don't know. You should read this story, and find out for yourself. And if you do read this story, I would love to know what you thought about it. Put your comments below. If you have read it, by all means, put your comments below. I am very interested in anyone who has a comment towards this book. I'm giving it 4 stars. 4 stars. I really should give it 5. I am. I'm going to go back on my Goodreads and I'm going to change that 4 to a 5, because I really can't think of a reason why I don't like this. I thought it was a wonderful book. So there you have it. Until we meet again, know that I love you. Be well, be good, be reading, and may all your dreams come true.